Rest is the new procrastination, and it's ruining our lives. And this happens because we are so obsessed with avoiding these very simple tasks that we know we need to do in order to get to the next phase, and we just don't do it. And a lot of times, I think it is because we are afraid, but everything has a consequence. So you doing the task has the consequence of you obviously progressing to the next level. You not doing the task has the consequence of, well, you continuing to avoid that thing. Thank you. So with this, I will say last year, I really got caught up in the aesthetic of avoidance. Journaling, reading, meditating, going to the spa, going to the beach, taking all of these vacations. And I did it in the name of rest. But because I didn't actually just do the things and make the choices that I knew that I needed to make while I was doing all of these things that I wanted to so thoroughly enjoy inside of my soul, I actually couldn't because I was having a full-blown argument in my head. And because I refused to deal with these things, I started to physically get sick. My back started breaking out and bleeding really, really, really bad. My nose got an insane blister. My entire face was blistering. I lost my voice on multiple occasions. These things that we suppress and we avoid in the physical world, they will show up in our body. And to be fair, they will eat us alive. They will eat us alive. And it's so hard because these tasks are very simple tasks. But we are afraid. We are afraid, and we've gotten to the point now where we've made rest look so simple, not simple, but so aesthetically pleasing that you don't even know why you're doing these tasks to rest in the first place. For example, maybe you read books to take time off, but you've read so many books and you haven't actually applied any of the information. So what is the point? Where is that actually taking you? And then you go to get your massage and you're like, oh, well, I read today. I'm just going to chill out because I've done all of this stuff. But really what you had to do was set up your affiliate program launch. So you're at this massage and you're trying to relax, but now you're not relaxing because in the back of your mind, you're thinking about this affiliate launch that you had to do that you didn't do. And now you're going to spend 2 weeks thinking about the fact that you need to do it, but you're not going to do it. And then you're just going to fill your time with all of these things that are rest, that are allowing your body to rest, but just because you're sleeping doesn't mean that you're actually recovering. Just because you're reading the books doesn't mean you're going to apply the information. Just because you've gone to the spa doesn't mean that your body's going to let go of all of these things that are stuck inside of you that you're avoiding in the name of rest. Delaying does not mean healing, just like running does not mean recovery. And just because you can book a plane, because you have the ability to do that, doesn't mean that your problem is not also going to board that same flight. Because we think that these things that we avoid, they're on the outside, but they're on the inside. They're conversations that we refuse to have with ourselves, feelings that we refuse to visit, an inner child we refuse to just say, I see what happened to you and how you feel. Let's actually work through that. Now, I'd rather just sit and journal about some BS that's going to take me absolutely nowhere. That's not actually going to tap into how I feel, just so that I can look like I'm, journaling, and so that it can be aesthetically pleasing, so it can inspire somebody else. Because really, people think, oh, well, if I journal and I do all this pretty aesthetic stuff, it'll inspire other people. And through me inspiring other people, that will feed my ego, and then the loop will continue. But what happens is that only goes so far, because people will catch on to the fact, and you shouldn't be doing this for other people, but people will catch on to the fact that you have not evolved at all. And the version of you 5 years ago, that's the version of you now. Journaling is the same version of you. How is that possible? If you're doing all of this work and all of this resting and all of this healing, how is it possible that you haven't evolved at all? You haven't evolved physically, you haven't evolved spiritually, you haven't evolved emotionally. You're the exact same person I was looking at 5 years ago, but you say you've been resting and healing and journaling? About what? About what? What is that actual task that needs to get done that you're so afraid? And sometimes it's not like a physical task. Sometimes it's an internal conversation. For me, it was multiple internal conversations that I had to visit with myself, because pretending to journal and pretending to read and pretending to rest at the spa was no longer working. because I was leaving my massage feeling less rested than I did showing up, because the whole massage I was running laps in my head. Rest when you're tired, but when you're scared, don't call it rest. Go and face the thing that you're afraid to face. Call it what it is and face it. And then go take a nap and actually enjoy allowing your mind and soul and spirit to let go and rest and recover.